Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Ali Trainings. We are doing our language cert reading, and this is our test 5 and it's part 4 for achiever level B2. In part 4, we have been given a paragraph. It is a long paragraph, and we have been given some information, and we need to give answer related to these 7 questions. We have 7 questions here, and we need to write short answer for these questions. Here are the instructions. Read the text and answer the questions. Use a maximum of 5 words for each question. We can use up to 5 words. We can use 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 words, not more than 5. So these questions come in orderly manner. First question will have the first answer, then we are gonna go to the second question and we will locate the second answer. These come in orderly manner, not in disorder manner. So there will be not random question and answers, so it will be easier for us to locate the answers. First we need to understand the question, then we will be able to find the answers. Our first question is, how long did it take? It means there is a time. How long did it take Sanderson? Sanderson is the name of a person to decide what the object were. He took time to decide something about object. So we need to find out information about Sanderson and how much time did he take. So ancient airplanes did the Incas build? Incas are the person who belong to South America. South Americans are called Incas. So ancient airplanes did the Incas built aircrafts. In 1954, the Colombian government sent part of its collection of ancient artifacts to the USA for further analysis. Emmanuel Stops, a leading jeweler, took 6 weeks to here. A manual steps is taking 6 weeks, not other person here, Sanderson, not Sanderson, so don't confuse yourself. To make copies of 6 of the objects, initially these objects were thought to be representing animals. 15 years later, one was given to biologist Ivan Sanderson. Yes, here we will find the information. One was given to biologist Ivan Sanderson for analysis after thorough examination that lasted a month. Yes, how much time did he take? 1 month. And several discussions with experts. Sanderson's conclusion was that the object is a model of an aircraft at least 1,000 years old. So our answer will be a month. We will write a month or a month here. So this is our first answer. Now we will move to the next question. What was the purpose of the object? The object he found, what was the purpose of that object? So we will find the purpose here. Approximately 2 inches long, these objects were worn as jewelry. Yes, they were worn as jewelry. The purpose of that object was to wear as a jewelry. The objects were worn as jewelry or neck chains. So we will write jewelry here. What was the purpose of the objects? The purpose of the object was jewelry, or you can write jewelry only. What makes the objects look like a machine? What was the thing that makes them a machine? So, others suggested usage as charms or toys were later rejected. Their exact age was difficult to determine, however, it's believed that they all date back to 500 to 800 AD. Both Sanderson and Dr. Arthur Poisley of the Aeronautical Institute of New York stated that the object did not represent any known winged animal. In fact, here we will find information. In fact, the little artifact appears more mechanical than biological, mostly because of the shape of the wings. They look like machine because the shape of the wings. Yes, here is the question, what makes objects look like a machine? Because they look like a wing because of the shape of the wings. We will write the shape of the wings. Yes, shape of wings make them machine. Our next question is, in the fourth paragraph, what does it refer to? What does it refer to in the fourth paragraph? So we will need to read fourth paragraph. So adding to, I think this is the fourth paragraph. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and yes, this is the fourth. Adding to the mystery, researchers examined the left side of the tail where ID marks appear on many planes today. They found a symbol, yes, as confusing as the gold model itself, since it has been identified as the Aramaic letter B. This may indicate that if there was an original plane, it did not come from Colombia, but it was the product of a population from the Middle East who knew the secret of flying. So our question was, in the fourth paragraph, what does it refer to? It refers to symbol. The symbol Aramaic letter B. So we will need to write here symbol only. It refers to symbol. Our next question is, what was Belting's theory based on? Belting's theory was based on something, and what was that thing? In 1997, Peter Belting put the theory to the test. He centered his research on historical evidence. Centers means based on. He centered his research on historical evidence. So Peter's theory was based on historical evidence. So question was, what was Belting's theory based on? His theory based on historical evidence. You may write historical evidence only, that will be correct answer as well. So historical evidence. Our next question is, what extra equipment? There is an extra equipment did Belting's second model have? Belting made some model and it has extra equipment. So we need to read it from here. And fourth, the wings of the insects are the top of the body, not at the bottom. And all Incan artifacts except these few suspected planes were made correctly. Belting studied many scientific assays and made a model plane. Here we are going to locate the answer. First with the propeller, afterwards with the jet engines, whereas the first has to take off by hand, and jet engine one also had landing gear, also means extra or one more. First with the propeller, afterwards with the jet engine, whereas the first has to take off by hand. The jet engine one also had a landing gear. So landing gear was extra thing. What extra equipment did Belting's second model have? It has landing gear. Our next question is, where can someone see the copies of the objects? Where means location. in which location someone can see copies of the object. So we need to read further. At a conference in Orlando, Florida, the researchers showed a recording where both models were actually able to fly. The jet engine model was also capable of taking off and landing perfectly. A live demonstration later took place in the parking lot of the Florida Mall, yet the models can be found several museums around the world. Yes, these models can be found in several museums around the world. Despite Belting's findings, archaeology identifies them as a representation of the birds, lizards, amphibians, and insects common in the region and the period. So these models can be found several museums around the world. Where can someone see the copies of the objects? In the museums. This will be the short answer, or you can write around the world, all around the world in the museums. So I will write in the museums. So we do not exceed the limit of 5 words. So these are the answers of our 7 questions of part 4. I hope you have understood everything about this reading. This was our last test of reading of B2 level. Inshallah, in next videos we will work on C1 level, and also we will make some videos about B1 level in English language, so that everyone can learn, because in these days AI give us the benefit of translating our voices into different languages, so I can talk in Hindi, Arabic, or other languages as well. This is very beneficial, intelligent tool. Inshallah, I will meet you in the next video. Please remember me in your prayers. See you for next time. Allah Hafiz.